secure about the decks. Ensure hot adjusters not board on airport personnel. Stand clear of parks.
Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Engine fire left. Engine fire left. Engine fire right. Engine fire right. APU fire. APU fire. Bleed air left. Bleed air left. Bleed air right. Bleed air right. Roll left, roll left. Flight controls. Flight controls. Flight controls. Flight controls.
Lino, send my check-in. Lino 1-1.
I don't want to. Oh, it didn't work. Didn't work. SOS.
Lino, send my check-in on Mids Bravo. Liner 11.
Can you hear me transmitting Delta or not? You can. That's okay. Okay, it's not making the sound for me, that's fine. I just want to know if you can hear it, that's fine. Do the check-in again, please.
Liner, standby check-in on Miss Bravo, Liner 11.
Oh, shit. Line 1-2. I can't hear him.
And Liner, standby check-in on Miss Alpha, Liner 11.
Oh, for goodness sake, sounds... Stand by, mate. Fuck's sake. Why are you doing all this to me? Defaults. Headset. Why is it coming through on there? This is what takes about like... Thank you. Liner 1-2 radio check, please.
Yeah, 5x5.
Okay, I can hear you up there. DB Charlie, now it's fine. Oh, God.
Oh, Liner 11's up and ready.
Yep, stand by. Not green jet, because I've got shitloads to do, and I haven't... Let's rectify this, shall we? Let's go data. Right, we've got to put this in sequencing, so... Sequencing today, 8:50, 51, 14, 52, 53. Just bear with me.
Altimeter is 2985, information Charlie.
285. Okay. Right, let me just... Eight 50 51 14. Oh no. Yep, I'm just doing something in DTC at the moment, which is why my head's all over the bloody place. Apologize for this. Okay, 8 50 51 14 52 53. Yep, correct, that's fine. Okay, right. Let's come back, let's get rid of that, let's get rid of that. And let's punch it. Okay, perfect, that's fine. Now we've just got to do the radar stuff, TOT. Don't know why it's entering that one for me, but it's fine, we got it anyway. Touch anything while the DTC is uploading. Thought this would be faster, but it turns out it's not. So I'll have to do it manually next time. Gotta make sure the waypoints are correct. If you send me a message, I'll read it soon. Just gotta concentrate here for a second. I was doing that for a second, for a couple of minutes. Okay, sequence 2 is what we want. Let's box that one. Right, so 8. Oops. 8. Let's get the kneeboard up so I can see it better. It's not necessarily... Okay. Right, stand by. Let's punch in. Oh shit. 15, 12. Easting. 1, 4, 4. 15. Done. Right, waypoint 50. Waypoint 50, and this is going to be precise. Okay, northing. 1539. 41. Easting. 14502. 37. Okay, next one. 51. DP, decision points. Northing. 1601. 47. Easting. 145, 47. 63. Okay, next one should be 14, which is the waypoint, which is what we want, and that should be 14 as well, so set that one over here. That's not precise for 14, so positioning, northing, easy, 16. Okay, easting is 146, 03. 14603, okay, fantastic. 52, that is precise, 52. Positioning, northing. We'll go with 1546. 21, easting, 14603. 14603, enter, and 77. Okay, and the last one, not precise, 53. 154621, let's check that one, yeah, that's fine. So 53 would be 1512. 1512, enter, easting, 14415. 14415. Oh, that's shit. That's not right, is it? No. Okay, I don't care how long it takes. I'm going to do this right. Come on. Let's do it again. 15. 12. Easting. 14415. There we go. 14415. Perfect.
Oh, by the way, if the weather is hiding the target, those are precise coordinates. We're just gonna drop on those coordinates.
No problem.
And deep into the startup now. Don't want to change the weather. It's gonna restart everything.
1512, 14415, 1512, 14415. 50, we have 153941 and 1450237. Correct. And 51, 51 correct. 160147. Easting 145, 4763, 145, 4763, perfect. 14 we have 16 and 14603, 16, 14603, perfect. And 52 is northing 154621. 1460377, perfect. The last one, 53, 1512. And 144, 15. Okay, perfect. Boxed waypoint 14 as air to air. And what we also want to do while we're here, let's go to data. No, actually, we want to go to this one here. We want to go to sequencing, target 14, enter, boxed. Okay, perfect. So now we've done that. Let's get rid of that shite. Let's make sure we've got everything sorted here. So 105, okay, on Bravo. 1532, verify 1532 for the weapons here. 1532. Let's put my FLIR into standby mode. In fact, I've got to sort that out. That should really be. I'll sort that out in the air, that's not a problem. I'll just verify that when I'll do the check-in. Let's make sure bingo is set to, or joke is set to 6.5. 6.5. HSI done. TACAN 1.2, that's good, that's correct. Put the course line out there for 066, 066 entered. Okay, let's go to my radar and switch that on quickly. And let's switch different modes. Modes are good. Okay, that's fine. We'll sort that out. Oh, actually, you know what? That's not good. No, that's not good. Let's go to DTC quickly. And takeoff sequences, and we'll redo that one.
Help with anything?
Negative. Give me another couple of minutes, mate. I apologise.
No worries.
Probably could just do this manually, but well, I've got the tool. It works. 95% of the time, it works. So I think it was just a case that I wasn't on the radar page at the time when I initiated the upload. So we'll see. 6 bars, there we go. So now normally, yep, okay, that's fine, it's perfect. And liner 1-1, could you do an alpha check, please?
I'm waiting for you to be green jet for that.
Okay, stand by. Let's put the seat down, that's locked, that's good. Let's put the O-box on. And do this. EW, let's get that to load. Okay, that's boxed. Manual 1 arm, correct. Okay, and then we return. And then we're going to put that into mode of standby. Standby mode. HUD. Come out of air to air, it's going to air to ground. Check that. Code is 1532, just going to punch that in just in case. 1532, although it is displayed here perfectly fine. Let's go into my FLIR and 1532, enter, verified. Okay, FCS page. Let's go into my HUD page, off. Okay, master arm is safe, of course. Half trim set. Liner 1-2, green jet.
Eyeliner push button 3. And liner switch button 3, sorry. And standby alpha check rock.
298.
And then a 1-1 alpha check rock 204 159.
That's fine, we're happy with that.
And the Centaur, line 11, flight of 2 F-18s, VFR to ATC 3 Alpha, wind formation Charlie, north ram, taxiing to runway 06 right, via Delta and Foxtrot.
Turn the volume down a little bit so you guys don't get completely 100% deaf there. And okay, should be good. Okay. Definitely took a while to do all that stuff. Got a bit flustered as well with the problems with SRS anyway. I'm gonna cut the comms for a bit. Okay, so we're going to depart 06 right, and I'll be on his right side, 10-second departure. I believe it's going to be a left-hand turn now. I'm going to get the... Oops. Slow that down to the first waypoint. Okay.
And the Centaur, line of flight crossing 06 left.
Don't have very good FPS for some strange reason. Not too sure why, but if you guys can see it perfectly clear, that's fine. No traffic left, no traffic right.
And the Centaur, line of flight holding short 06 right on Foxtrot. NS Centaur,
That's good. Trim is
line
good.
11,
Right
after
out.
departure left heading 338, taking off 06 right.
Not set. There you go. It's fine. Displays. So I'm going to put that to standby as well. One two set.
Liner 11 set, liner run him up.
Check the time here.
And liner 11 rolling.
Jet looks good. 1, 2. Okay, I'm going to be rolling at 9:37. Line 1 2 rolling. Let's punch it. Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit, oh shit. Oh shit. Whoa. Chill out. There you go. Strong crosswind there, but I think that's the loadout as well not helping. Well, 1 2 airborne. That's a bit shit.
That was way higher wind than I expected. Like the 80s lied to me.
Dude, I struggled on that one. I managed to keep it on the runway though, but I thought through a couple of seconds there that I might be going off the runway. That was crazy. Under control. There he is.
And make sure your stick is on visual.
That's me on the stick 1 2 3.
NS Centaur liner 11 switching Guam center. Liner switch button 9. Guam center liner 11 2 F-18s.
Yardstick speed.
6,000 feet climbing to 25,000. Tag to ATC 3 Alpha.
Just trying to get a good configuration going on here. Let's bring it in a little bit. Let's get a position. It's better. Right. space because of the payload, but we'll figure that out. Right, that's good. Okay, altitude, pressure check at 11. Okay. Let's just focus on this for a second. Let's turn that one on, of course, and turn that one. Good.
Yeah, you can see how different the aircraft is behaving considering weight. The climb is a bit painful there.
For sure.
Okay, we need to get some speed. I'm gonna decrease the climb there. Wrong switch.
I expended all of my flares with the panic button. I pressed that one instead of the step button that I had keybinded to the throttle there, but never mind, these things happen. That's why I always put it into standby mode now.
Yeah.
My lights on? I don't think they are, it's fine. Nope, okay, I did the strobes. I'll sort that view out as well, I forgot to do that one before we started.
So you see how valuable maintaining your altitude and speed will be, especially during the fight.
Correct.
There is fuck up permitted, but it's gonna be harder and harder to fight effectively in BVR that kind of weight at our wings. We're gonna have worse performance, and we're gonna have less leeway to maneuver, so you need to pay attention to make sure that you don't kill all your speed when you skate, or in the crank or stuff like this, right? You need to take more precaution.
Absolutely. Let's put the visor on. Zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Feels a bit better. Let's sort the FOV out. Let's have a quick look to see if anyone's... Oh no, I can't see it, can I? Oh shit. Actually, what am I doing? Am I streaming or am I recording it? No idea. It's not my priority right now. Let's just go with the fence in check, stay ahead of the jet here. So let's do the bingo. Bingo set to 6.5, that's good. Sort the lights out in a minute. I'm just turning. Radios are good for now. IFF is on. TACAN yardstick is sweet. Radar is good, and FLUR is on. Navigation, we're on nav, that's fine. SA, we're good. Tier T, not really doing that right now. Do have a time for the TOT, but I don't know if we're going to be on time. Probably not. Employment for weapons programs and timeouts aligned, so sort that out in a second. Just want to go into... Come on, can't select it. Why can't I select it? It's odd. There we go. So make sure we've got the right program, auto, instantaneous, and 1532 verified. Okay. think we're going towards this. There we go. Let's pay attention. The radar. There's the tanker, sorry. He's now 15 miles. We'll be doing a head-on pursuit here. What's going on? I'm in head-on.
Liner switch button 6.
I don't want to. Button 6. Cleared.
Marco 111. Request rejoin.
Arco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 25,000 at 240.
Make the same call. Can't see shit. There we go.
Marco 111. Request rejoin.
Arco 1-1, proceed to pre-contact at 25,000 at 240.
Yeah, if you're messaging me saying hello everybody who is watching, I cannot message you right now. I have a bit of a problem with that in terms of selecting the window. So thanks for watching the stream. I appreciate it.
Alright, let's catch him up.
What we're doing today is my qual for the Self-Escort Strike. So we'll be heading towards the target, and which is waypoint 14. We want to strike that target and get out of there, but unfortunately, like most cases, we might encounter some hostile air, so we want to sanitize the airspace, take that out, and then still push for the desired strike. So that's the intent today. We're on the Marianas map. We've taken off from Anderson Air Force Base, and we're pushing for a tanker, get some fuel, and then once we're there, which just reminded me actually, I will stop. There we go. Once we're there, top up, and then we'll push on for the strike. If I don't talk for a while, that's because I'm trying to concentrate. Some things are quite difficult for me to get my head around.
Catch him up fast, otherwise it's gonna start BFMing us. I hope they corrected the latest bug where you're not right behind the guy. If you're not right behind the tanker, it starts turning at like 50 degrees.
CD, probably not. It'll be interesting to see how much has changed after a year, though, for you.
I should be fine. Just I will be rusty on tactics and everything, but like 100% of my DCS experience has been vCVW-17 pretty much, so
That's a pretty good experience to have, mate, first time.
pretty much I was super inexperienced when I joined. I think the main thing will be muscle memory.
Yeah, I wouldn't worry about that, mate. You'll be a couple of flights and no problem.
You'll be my
course, mate. Don't worry, I'll be the one crowning you on the head, you know? You know what? I'm gonna get some distance. Don't need to be close. You see the tanker there? It's just off to our 1 o'clock. Coming in. I'm going to switch to econ, so we want to go to radar silent. Master arm is safe. External tanks as desired, of course. We're going to leave it as it is because we want to top up the whole jet. Probe out and extended once we're in the pre-contact, and visor is down, which is all as it is. This sort of stuff.
Arco 1-1, Liner 1-1 to F-18, sports observation, and Liner 1-1 is crossing to port side pre-contact.
Let's push up and get the correct positioning here. We've pushed econ. Make sure we have.
Ready for contact.
Com is active. Oh shit.
Cleared contact.
Let's get in position and top up because we want to be as fast as possible already. Arco 1-1, liner 1-2, established port side holding, those cold switches safe, switching pre-contact.
Contact. Ready for contact. You're taking fuel.
Oh,
Cleared contact.
thank you very much. Bit of a delay there. A little bit too far out. Oops. Nice and smooth. There's a few ways of doing this, but I just do the old, you know, manual stick and throttle sort of thing. Easy leveling out, thank you very much, makes it easier for me. Let's get the plug. Ooh. Let's wait until he's stabilized. Let's put some right trim in there.
Transfer complete. Disconnect.
Arco 1-1, Liner 1-1, moving to starboard observation.
Contact.
Thank you very much, you bellend.
You're taking fuel.
Nice and calm. Nice and calm.
Make sure to keep your foot on the gas when you cross in there because we're super heavy.
Roger. Can certainly feel it.
Say again.
I can certainly feel it with all the gas I'm taking on boarding right now. I can feel the jet just wanting to do its own thing.
Yeah, it's because you need to trim as your rate increases on your right wing.
Yeah, I'm doing it. It's crazy.
Transfer complete. Disconnect.
Barco 1-1. Liner 1-2 satisfied. Moving starboard observation. Econ off.
Arco 1-1 and 1-1, thank you for the fuel. Exiting on 140 and climbing.
Bye-bye. Okay, I'll drain those first. I'll get rid of that. Apologies if that was in the way and it was annoying you. It annoys me as well. Just don't do anything about it. Crazy. Okay. Fuck. There we go. Okay. All right. Oh no. Can't speak. Why can't I speak? Well, no, my oh, comms are down. Come on, man. Controls. I can't do this when I'm flying. Hang on. Ladder 1-2 has a comm issue on Orcs. Stand by. Let's try that, shall we? No. Okay. Flipping heck. Let's reconnect it mid-flight. Come on, boys.
Can you hear me on mids?
I can hear you on mids, yeah. Lima Charlie. Line up 1-2, comms check. Line up 1-2, comms check.
Yeah, 5x5 on that as well.
Okay, suggest we use mids Bravo to communicate. My Orcs is gone tech.
No worries. Alright, liner standby items check. Liner 1-1 items.
Shit. One chaff, one flare.
Liner 1-2 items.
Stand by. had the problem, didn't I? So why are you putting that on me now? Come on. Didn't hear the fence in check call, did I? Dude.
Jeff Lear.
Okay, switch. Step. Program 2. It's fine. Return. Good. Happy days. Okay. So fuel is still set. Bingo should still be set to 6.5. Emitters. Lights off. Master mode is not selected right now, but we are going to
Line
do
11 fenced in 14.2.
air to air. Liner 1-2 fenced in 14.4. Okay, your
Liner
stick is
switch
on.
button 5.
Switch button 5. There we go. Button 5 is good. Still got contact with lead. Radar is on.
Liner 1-1.
Liner 1-2.
Target here, Liner 1-1 checking as fragged. Alpha check, rock 228, 116. Alright, I'm just turning around. We're going to just turn around towards 0.8, climb to 28,000 feet, and we might push early actually. I miscalculated the TOT there a little bit.
Liner 1-1 check lights.
Thank you.
Liner 1-1 confirm waypoint.
So, our hold point is waypoint 8. So we're going towards waypoint 8 right now. We don't need to care about this.
That's fine, just want to make sure, that's all. I appreciate it. Alright, so radar's on. Flare, just double check that now. Flare pod is on, that's good. Okay, TGT nav modes, SA page and TOT. SA is on 40. We're going to set that to a higher scale. 80. Oh fuck. Do one thing and then look at the jet. Okay, dispenser is on, ECM is on, countermeasures programmed are verified, and weapon deployment is good. Check the programs twice, I'll check them again. On the wrong setting there as well, so I want to go to air-to-air mode, mode selected. Master arm is safe though, so that's fine. So 83 mode, okay, laser code is 1532. Just want to make sure that we got 1532 here. 1532, correct, verified. Right, let's switch back to air-to-air, and let's get this one set up. Auto scale 13 is good. Happy days. My TDC cursor should be looking at 0. 1.2 and defensive combat spread. I cannot remember. Just bear with me on that one. Loads of numerals here. Okay, 1.3 to 1.5, so we're fine with that one, okay. In fact, let's verify, let's go to this one here. My target is warehouse number 2, that's fine. Okay, let's get that one back on track. But I could potentially... Okay, that's probably be better. So we know it's 1.3 now anyway. 1.5.
Liner 1-2, you can stay in tack wing, right? We're gonna go in spread once we push.
Liner 1-2.
Treat that as a loose cruise to give you leeway.
I have to say the DLSS is working perfectly fine. I feel like I've lost a little bit of performance, being honest. Might have to switch it out a little bit here, but other than that, it's pretty damn good. Don't get any ghosting anymore. Fuel ops 13.7, okay, good. Do that in sat dart. That's towards the attack side of things.
Lino 11302, 13.4.
Liner 1, 2, 302, 13.5. I think I read that wrong actually. And then we've got 3 AMRAM, 302, 3023. Yeah, it's for missiles in it, so 3 AMRAMs, 07s and 2 AIM-9s, so that's fine. Okay. Adjust my TDC cursor, I feel like it's a little bit too sensitive.
Liner go spread.
I don't want to.
Liner reference 065.8 Mach. Liner check taste master arm.
Start this on. Tapes order, that's fine. What's the distance? 0.5 still, so that's not good. Okay.
Liner check right. 070.
Okay, updated heading. There he is. Get back into this 1.3, so it's fine. Still good. 1.2. 1.3, there we go. Okay. A little behind here, 0.8 Mach. Okay, I'm just going to try and climb a little bit. Let's go with this and, oh no. Sorry. Okay.
So I'm going a bit fast there, I'm having issues with the spawning.
Yeah, that's okay, mate, don't worry.
Alright, reference 070 and I have 316 in the book.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Oh, I can't see him. I can't see him. Oh shit.
What's going on?
Oh, thank God you're there. Okay, I just seen you. I thought you disconnected or I disconnected. Never mind, continue, continue. Unnecessary comms out. Oh, thank goodness. The last thing I wanted right now is for that game to crash. 0.8, there we go, continue the climb. He's not too bad, okay, a little bit sucked there. Let's see what we got, shall we? Let's see what we got.
Target Hill, one group, Rook 046, 24, 24,000 hostile. Liner check left 055.
Line 1-2.
Correction 058.
Can't see him. There he is. That must be a bug or something, man. The game gets louder, like the freaking more I well, if I go to F2 view and come back in, it's crazy. I hope it's not too loud for you now. Can't see any other contacts, but then again, I can't even see anything 1.3 miles away. I need to change the spotting dot to something. It's crazy stuff, man. Can spot him like a bug on a bed sheet down there on the left hand side, which is fine, but step in. It's at 25,000.
Tagatale, one group. Rock 097, 17, 25,000. Truck east, hostile. Liner, come in.
Alright.
Liner, Tagatale, single group, Rock 28923, 32,000, track east, hostile. Liner, target single group. Alright, let's accelerate and climb. Liner reference 060. Check text master arm.
Check tapes, master arm.
Liner 11, Tagatale, single group 55 miles. They're still cold to us, so we're gonna keep them in sight, and once they turn hot, we shoot.
112 copies.
Conserve your speed in the climb, right? Maybe stay at 30,000 and increase your speed. Those are SU-27s, those are higher threat, but all the other groups spawned like 100 miles away, so I had to... Those guys are just driving away. What the hell is the AI doing?
Line 1-2 clean.
Yeah, me too, me too. They're still there, just they're turning around. Here we go. Here we go, they're turning hard.
Alright, fight's on.
Okay, crank away, re-attacking too. Nine 11 Fox 3.
Line 1-2 Fox 3.
Lano 11 skate west speedball, Northman single group.
Line 1-2 skates, fuck. Line 1-2 skate east, pitbull, single man, single group. Is that
Skate
right?
west, flow west.
Correction, skate west. Okay. I'm out. I don't know what's going on there. I thought we were a Banzai. Must have read it wrong. Never mind. It's fine, let's get out. Launch the missile, so let's go defensive here. Let's re-update. There he is.
Two flow 270.
270.
Keep flowing 270. Lano 11 in left.
That's 25,000. Let's put the let's get back up. Let's check the trim. He's in. So because he is ahead of me, there he is. Let's step that guy.
Lano 11 Fox 3.
Yeah, Must have got confused. I thought we were doing the banzai thing, but never mind. It's okay. Not dead. I'm out, and I can see him on the SA page. So we've got good some separation there, and wait for the orders, I guess. Wait for an update.
Alright, 2, you have to, that guy's defending my missile, let's flow towards him. Liner fluids. Turn into me and try to reform.
Yeah.
Okay, let's keep pushing towards the objective. As soon as these guys turn hot, we kill him. Yes.
912 copies. $24,000 there you go, so it's gonna hold the shot. Line 12 has the shot holding.
Ladder 1-1, Fox 3. Ladder crank away.
Probably should have gone to the right there. Actually, I'll do that. Bracket. Line 12 spiked.
Lanner 1-1, skate west, shot trashed, single group, single only.
Line 12 out to the west, spiked. It's at 21, so following timeline here.
Yeah, let's go in again. We have to keep pushing.
Line 12 in left. Okay, 10.1 ops check, that's good. Yeah, I do need a lot more practice with the air-to-air stuff. It's so fluid. Line 12 has the shot, 27 miles.
Yeah, shoot it.
Line 12, Fox 3.
Landing 1-1, Fox 3. Watch your range. Go aboard if you're aboard if you're spiked.
Okay. Shot
Landing
tracking.
1-1, landing 1-1, Benzai. Benzai Pitbull, single group, single only.
Line 12 is flowing south.
Yeah, keep flowing south. Keep flowing south. I'm Benzai and that guy.
Yeah, it's below 21, so I think I was shot trashed. Line 12 out south, shot trashed. I don't know if that's the right comms, but we'll give it a go.
Lander 1-1.
Let's get back in there. He's facing away from us
This
now,
guy's
so
at 0 feet.
he must be dead by now, right?
He's still alive, I still have a lock on him.
Yeah, line of 1-2's in left, supporting.
The issue is that I'm out of AMRAMs technically, but...
Okay, well I can press him, mate.
No, you know what? Land 1-1 Fox 3.
I can get him. He's turning hot. He's turning hot, 27 miles.
Yeah.
Shit. Got the shot.
Land 1-1 aboard west.
Line of 1-2 Fox. Line of 1-2 Fox 3. I think that was trashed. Line of 1-2 shot trashed. Lost luck. Take it again. Line of 1-2 Fox 3. Come on, bitch.
Yeah, I'm spiked, I'm flowing cold. Land 1-1 flow cold. Keep supporting until you're spiked.
Hey, fun. Line of 1-2. Line of 1-2 Pitbull, skate west. Single man, single group. Let's go. So update liner 1-2. Oh nope, there he is. He's gone. Picture clean.
Yeah, let's wait. Let's wait in flow cold still.
That's crazy. What's going on there? Oh shit.
I'm spiked again.
Yeah, he's on me. He's on me. I can re-attack left. You can re-attack right, right?
Wait a sec. No, keep flowing cold. I'm gonna shoot at him now.
Actually, he's too close to me, so that was a really bad call. Plus, it's Leeds' decision, so I don't know why I made that call there. Stupid. Never mind.
Land 1-1 Fox 3. Land 1-1 aboard west. Shot trashed. Single group, single only.
I'm going burner, man. He's getting too close to me. I'm too close for comfort.
Okay. Let's float. So I'm gonna float 300, float 210, and he's gonna have to choose one of us, and then we just in place.
Yeah, line on 1-2 float 210.
Yeah, go as fast as you can, may conserve your fuel.
Line on 1-2 shows picture clean.
Land 1-1 Tagatelle, single group vanished.
Thank God. Right, let's bring the power back here.
Alright, liner flow 240.
Line on 1-2.
So liner 1-1's in a climb 240, going 320,000.
Are you going to 20,000? Is that what you said?
No, we're still ahead of the DP, we're just gonna do an in place and bomb the target independently. Liner attack.
Under attack. Alright, sim mode is unboxed. Air to ground is selected. Programs verified. Auto instantaneous FF good. Laser code is 1532.
Liner in place left towards the DP.
Okay, and we want to go waypoint 14 in place left. Right, just make sure we got that correct. Flare on. Off flare is good. Okay, so LTD, laser target designator is set. And target is on flying left, 47 miles. Okay. Try and get higher as well because I don't want.
Okay, we're gonna drop on those coordinates. I'm climbing, heading towards the DP, and I'm climbing back to 28,000. Let me know if you're visual. We should be able to reform now.
Just to clarify, those coordinates are not correct for the target area. We have to have visual confirmation to readjust the target, mate.
The coordinates I gave were the right ones on the DMPI stuff. DMPI pitch.
Stand by. Okay, correcting. Okay, target. So let's go back. We've got a little bit of time here. We haven't got too much time. Data. We want to go with precise. Update. For 14 northing. 1601. 2. Oh wait.
What's your altitude?
2140. Enter. 27,000. Easting 146.
Alright, I'm gonna maintain 27, just good 28.
18.
And you see we're gonna do a turn past the DP, and you can use that to get back information. We're pretty much in formation already.
4. Done. Okay. Okay, that's good. Let's go back to HSI now. Reinbox, waypoint, target, entered, good, HSI, and there you go. That's locked in place. On a 1-2 in 065.
Well, we still have to go through the DP.
Copy. Right, I'm going to put master on to safe then. A bit confusing really, but never mind, it's okay. 51, I should know that by now. There we go. It's masked because I'm not going for that one. Oh. So because I'm not at the decision point, I'm going to go back to air to air because I don't know why I'm in that fucking mode anyway. If I'm still going for it, so I'm going to switch back to air mode until I hit the decision point, mate.
Yeah, it's okay. You can also flow train. Are you visual on me? I'm to your 12 o'clock almost. 11 o'clock, same altitude.
Liner 1-2. Negative. Say Angels.
Angel 27.
Exactly 27.
Yeah, I'm to your 2 o'clock now. I just went through the DP.
Copy, continue. I'm not too far.
It's okay, just keep your pace. We're gonna be chill from each other. Use your SA page for reference.
Yeah, copy. Waypoint designated. Shit, declutter. Yep, that's fine. Fucking idiot, what am I doing? Right, there we go. Right, Lastron is armed. Ground mode is selected. Program's verified. And what was I doing here? Right, LTD is on.
One paveway.
What I want you in 099. 27 seconds, right, come on baby, come on.
Flow 130 after you dropped it.
I don't want 2 copies. What's my ground speed here? 500 knots, that's not too bad, I'll hold that. Hold that. 5 seconds, gonna hold it down. I hope it fucking works. Line 1-2 pave weight.
I'll use F6 to verify the impacts, okay? Let's say there's a drone on station or whatever, let's not complicate it.
I really hope it hits me, otherwise I'm uninstalling the game. Should do, I've done everything right. Should be splashing right now. Okay, can't see it, but whatever. DCP. Mine should have splashed by now, mate.
Yeah, right, liner flow, flow 190.
Anyway, I will find out in TAC view. I'm pretty sure that hit because it looked good from the brief FLUR designation and target waypoint designation there, which is good.
Okay,
so
I'm visual to you. You should be in spread. I'm at 26,000 right now. Report visual. Look, use your SA page. Look, I'm almost a beam to you. I'm referencing 190.
Liner 1-2 has sensor contact, but I don't see. I can't see you with my eyeballs right now.
Alright. Reference 190. I'm gonna climb to 28,000 feet.
Nope, no joy.
Don't forget to jettison your bomb that respawned on your wing.
Oh shit, yeah, okay. Let's go back to that. Last round safe. Head to ground. Let's go left. Oops, not center line.
Visual to you still, 28,000 feet exactly in spread, cool altitude.
Oh no.
Try to look slightly above the clouds, like...
Okay, it's gone. Fuck it. Whatever, just
Can you
dropped
see
there.
me?
Negative. I've got a bit of a problem spotting things at the moment, so no, I can't see you, mate. But don't worry.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna rejoin on you. I'm gonna get closer to you, and then you go back to spread, okay?
Okay. What have we just got rid of? Oh. Okay. I'll be getting rid of the, I see you now. I'll be getting
Oh,
rid of
yes.
the AIM-120s.
No, keep them on.
Okay, I may have jettisoned one, but never mind.
Are you visual?
I'm visual, yep. Liner 1-2 visual.
Alright, Liner, go back to your spread and reference 190.
Okay. 190, go. Get rid of that crap. That's good. Make that safe again. Stupid. There we go. Need to turn it in because he's too far out. Can't see him again.
Liner, stand by, fence up.
Should we hit the other point first before we do that?
Oh, no, we can fence out now. We're outside of the airspace.
Okay, fair enough. You're cool. Alright, fence out, so master arm is safe, obviously. It's fine, master mode is off. He says it's okay, it's okay. Fuel status 7.1, so we're not bingo.
Yeah,
yet,
Liner,
which is
rejoin
good.
cruise, and we're gonna do the BDA.
Lights on. IFF is good. ALQ, ALE is off. You say it's good to go, then fine. Okay. Blur off. Battle damage checks. Blur to standby just in case we get any contacts. Alright. I'm worried now.
Liner 1-1 fenced out 7.1.
Liner 1-2 fenced out 7.0.
Alright, you check me, then I check you. You can proceed.
Liner 1-2 copies. Scale high. Get closer into him though. Scale low. No damage. Cross under. Liner 1-2 crossing under. Okay. Liner 1-1 jet is clean.
Alright, Liner 1-2, you have the lead on the left.
Liner 1-2 has the lead on the left. Reference 190. ATC is on. Don't hit me, Delta. Do not hit me, please. It's a training server, so I think,
Altitude.
oh my god.
Alright, Lano 1-2 is a good jet. Lano 1-2, do you mind just leading me to Anderson? I want to get some pics, if you don't mind.
Leading you to where, mate?
To just towards Anderson, waypoint 6.
Hey, fun.
I want to fly form a little bit. Thank you.
That's understandable, mate. No problem.
Yeah, I'll get the lead back when we're 50 miles, where it was like 70 miles per minute.
That's all right, mate. Don't worry. You let me know when you want to do, okay?
Yeah. So yeah, a little introduction to flight leading there, but it's fine. Just try to stay between 75 and 95% RPM, and try to be predictable and do blend movements when you turn and everything, so I can keep my formation flying. But other than that, you can do whatever you want.
You said 75 to 85, right?
To 95. I mean, yeah, 92 at that altitude, like 92.
Copy. Check right 217. Maybe not. Oh, fuckity fuck. There we go. I thought that's not coupled, is it? Don't worry, he's not looking at the instruments anyway, so you'll never know. You'll never know. I screwed up a little bit there.
Okay, so I really apologize. The BVR was a bit messy. I had a huge issue with the groups being spawned, and I think the groups I spawned were not aware we were there. So we ended up fighting something that was way too close to us. The last group I spawned was like 60 miles. It threw off a little bit on the timeline and everything. But I think we did a good job regardless, and I forgot about the North Shitty side on the second engagement, but yeah, I should have verified how the spawning worked on the server prior to doing the mission. I'm sorry about that.
Liner 1-2's just hit Joker.
Copy. Liner reset bingo 5.5.
Liner 1-2. Don't worry about it, Delta. Honestly, I completely understand. It was fun, it was enjoyable, and there's things that I could work on as well. So it's, as I said, it's more repetitions, and I'm happy to get those repetitions in.
Yeah, no worries. We'll see on tag view, but that's not the perfect training environment though, because the spawning was a bit weird, and also those SU-27s had no idea we were here, and so yeah, that was a bit weird. But I think I have all the we worked on all the things that we could have worked on. Just the setting wasn't perfect.
Well, hopefully it's a mission success. I think the biggest thing for me is, well, both of us, that number one, we didn't get shut down, right? So I think we did well there. Second of all, that we had the bombs on target, right? So if we can get those two things right, then I'm pretty happy.
Also the weather, my bad about the weather as well, and I set up the mission, but it's been a long time I didn't fly, but it's okay.
Honestly, I quite prefer it like this. I don't really like looking at blue, so this is quite fun, but it is good to visually ID the target, isn't it?
Yeah, I agree, it's better than just that clear weather, but when you do an LGB delivery, it's kind of annoying with clouds, right? For example, for example, I didn't know where my target was in reference to my airplane, and so I missed the target by a meter or so, I think.
I think there was a one little opportunity, a little window of opportunity to actually see the target with the TDC as I designated it, and it looked good. So I just went with the whole weapon release and then cranked away, and I was basically sort of crossing my fingers as best as I could, trying to think, I really hope it freaking hits. And when you said you were like viewing it, and I didn't get a reading, I thought you were gonna say like splash. I was like, shit, okay, it's not splash, but I'm hoping it's worked. I've done everything correctly. I followed SAP dart and everything correctly, so it should be fine.
I can't see if it's a splash if I don't see the target. But anyways, liner 1-1 has the lead on the left.
Yeah, fly some more formation if you want, dude.
No, it's not that. It's because we're 64 miles away. We need to descend.
Okay, copy. You had the lead on the left.
And liner go cruise. And liner switch button 9.
Button 9. There we go.
Quam Samuel liner 1-1 to F-18s out of ATC 3 Alpha. Direct to North Point.
That was fun, either way. I'm hoping I pass.
Yeah, you did.
Tell me that when we splash the target.
No, but I mean, there is some extenuating circumstances.
Because I'm kind of sick of doing this now. I'm like, I made mistakes, too many mistakes before, and I've rectified them. I feel good about it today, so let's see.
No, your BVR was really clean, at least the comms and everything. And again, the way we trained that flight wasn't at all how I was intending to train it. Because of the spawning and the AI and stuff that I didn't really check on.
Enjoyable nonetheless, right?
Yeah. So when we start FRS, by the end of the month or even before, we're gonna work in SFWT 3 now.
Epic. I'll continue the reading with the SOP and everything.
Altitude.
Yeah, for sure.
I'll try and pick your brains as much as possible before you leave as well. I don't want to distract you from your work, of course, but I'll send you the messages if I have any, and we'll try and organise some flights in between the FRS stage if we can. I'm not sure how it's going to work, but we'll figure it out, right?
Yeah, you can also ping any instructor, ping anyone in VF81, and I'll make sure that any instructors are channeled towards you to make your flight happen.
Yeah, that's fine, mate. I'm happy to flight lead as well, so just go through the training for that one would be epic. Ground school, obviously, I'm more than happy with. It's not all about flying, so no problem.
Alright.
Gonna bring it in close here as we go through the clouds.
Yeah, reset your bingo to 3.5 actually. 5.5's, we're gonna hit it in a second.
I can't take my eyes off the bingo right now. Let's bring it in so I don't lose him. My light should be on as well. Yep. I have to keep verifying because I can't bloody see. Thank God for the F2 view, right? Can't see your own sludge lights, slime lights. Delta, I really appreciate you taking me up today as well, mate. I just want to say that. I know obviously you've had classes all day, got to get home and all that good stuff, so I'm not too sure if you've eaten already, but I really do appreciate the leadership there and wisdom, mate. Thank you.
Man, you're welcome. It's my pleasure as well. I love flying, and also this kind of flight is so much more interesting than the more introductory flights, because you get to do some cool shit, and yeah, I'm always happy, man. And yeah, and you did super well. We're gonna debrief everything. Don't worry about it. And there's gonna be plenty of progression for you, because this next phase, this next training phase will, whenever you fly, except if we have like, if we're short on the instructors, every time you will do a flight that will make you progress in some way.
Oh yeah, absolutely. If I can try and improve 10% or maybe even 1% each time I fly, then I'm more than happy. Do you know what I mean? And I have really improved over the last couple of months, especially with the flights that I've taken with Jay and all the stuff he's pointed out that I've done wrong, and the fact that I didn't do the SAT-DART checklist properly, or fence in properly, or even the stuff on the ground as well. So there's quite a lot that I actually didn't do that I thought that I was doing okay in, and it just kind of shows you've got to stay ahead of the jet 100% of the time, otherwise you'll get so far behind and then you won't be focusing on the task, you know what I mean? So you've got formation to deal with, you've got comms, contract, game plan, you know, and if you fuck up with the you know, laser codes, for instance, which I have done another time, and I haven't put the right switch on, then it's just, you know, it kind of messes up the whole flow of everything. So yeah, I've definitely learned and improved a lot, I feel.
No worries, man. Wait a second, I'm just cutting you off there. I gotta do some stuff. Guam Center, Liner 11, 6,500 feet, approaching North Point, descending to 2,600, switching to NS Centaur. Switch button 3.
Alright, well, we got it, and so we got to do descending, so anti-ice is all good. Defog handle, let's put that up there. Anti-skid is on. I'm just going to get some distance here. Okay, right, anti-skid is on. And radar and standby altitude.
Bingo. Bingo.
Set for 50 is what we want. Let's get 450
NS Centaur,
on the
Liner
box.
1, liner flight 2F18, 6,000 feet, descending to 2,600 feet. For an overhead break, 06 left, wind formation Delta.
Nav aids, right, so nav aids then, so we want the FCS page there, we want the HUD on the left. Okay.
Bingo. Bingo.
And we want...
Altitude. Altitude.
Alright, so a little reminder for the procedures there. We're gonna descend to 2,700 feet. Once we're inside the 8-mile ring of that airfield, we're gonna descend to 1,400. We're gonna brake at 1,400 feet AGL, so make sure to have your altimeter to radar.
Bingo.
And then we're gonna descend to 1,200 feet in the downwind. I only expect you to say gear when I do the final turn call.
Yeah, okay.
Bingo. Bingo.
Can you verify the altimeter, please?
Currently 2,300. And there's Centaur, liner 11, passing North Point, 2,700 feet, descending to 1,400 feet for overhead break, 06 left.
Bingo. Bingo.
Let's reset that bingo. It's kind of annoying me. Doesn't matter if we go 3-5 set. There we go. Two aircraft weights, nice. Check your slime lights.
My slimes?
Yeah, they're on. Formation lights, you know, little green ones. There you go.
Yeah, I had to turn off those lights. I don't have the time to disable my pilot model there.
Oh, yeah, don't worry about it, mate. It's fine. I shouldn't be really saying this stuff. I should have said it earlier. Cut comes now. And going over the Marianas bloody map, so therefore FPS gets really shit.
Alright, see you.
Altitude.
Gear down, flaps down,
Altitude.
hook is up,
Altitude.
anti-skid is
Then
on.
1-1, a beam, gear, full
Lights.
stop.
Send down to 12. Feet, it's right to the left there. 6. Well, I want to a beam, gear down, full stop, 06 left.
Careful, there's more wind.
Hey, fun. Okay, 2 white, 2 red. There we go.
it's entirely in a 1-1 vacating 06 left on hotel.
All right. Gear up. Oh, sorry, not gear up. Oh, God. Flaps up. There you go. Ejection seat is safe. Trim reset. Lights off. Okay. Candle stop. That's what we need. There we go. Watch the auto trim reset. Canopy either up or down. Keep the canopy down, of course. And there you go. Let's see. I passed it, so I'm happy with that. Finally.
You see also I planned the flight with way too much fuel. I'm at 4.7 actually, just to highlight the fact that we are heavy and everything. Otherwise we wouldn't need that kind of loadout for that kind of flight.
Yeah, I'm also, well, not also, but I'm 4.6, so not too far off. Can you confirm the heading for parking, please?
090.
If I'm...
And you stop on the same line I did.
Copy.
See you at debrief.
If I'm... Copy. Yeah, I got a cheat on this one. I can never do it, so we'll just do it this way. I've got to get better at that. He disappeared, the little bastard. Alright, never mind. Immersion killer. Right, what I'll try and do now is I'm going to try and stream the debrief, so I won't do all the fancy shutdowns and stuff. Okay, because I just want to get the screen sorted out. I'm not too sure how to screen recording now. Is that going to be... Is that going to work? Oh no, it's not, because it's the same thing. So we're on DCS right now. Capture screen, right? Where is that? Hopefully you guys can still see it. I'm still streaming on it, so let me come out. Oh shit. Screen display. There we go. Right. Fantastic. Let me just quit to desktop. There you go. You should see everything. for the debrief now. That's what I'm hoping for anyway. Let's get rid of that. And to take that off, go on to this, and this, and this. Hello, hello, hello. All right. Okay. Delta, you there, mate?
I'm here. You hear me?
Cool. Yeah, I can hear you.
Nice. All right. First of all, was there any questions from the brief? Or questions that
Not-
came to you during the flight?
Not that I know of. No, well, not at the top of my head. As we go through and dissect this, then maybe.
Yeah, for sure. I don't think there was any safety or flight issues. Really nice formation flying today, by the way.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, just one thing about the tack wing that we'll talk about.
Yep. Oh my god, my ass hurts.
It always.
I don't get how that sounds on stream.
No, don't worry.
You still okay with me streaming this part?
Wait, yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I
cool.
streamed as well at the end. I streamed as
Nice.
well. Okay, so first of all, departure, nothing to say. So we headed for this guy right here. Comes with good, formation was good. And so what I did is, and you're gonna learn that in the next part. Oh my god, so I have music, my bad.
There we go. Put on a little bit, it's quite nice.
Yeah, I will. What?
That's,
Okay, for whatever reason.
that's alright, mate. It's fine. I can still hear you perfectly clear.
Okay. So, okay, so. Wait. I want it to be. Ah! Okay, doesn't matter. Alright. Okay, so, and you're gonna learn that how to intercept a tanker. So see where he is, first identify him in the airspace, and then see what he's doing. And you use the closure that you have with the tanker to assess his aspect to you, right?
Yeah.
What's the aspect right now? What's the target aspect? So the aspect from him to my nose.
180, isn't it? Almost.
Well, what 180 will be if he's totally hot to us. Right now it's
Oh,
more
okay.
like 130, 140. Anyways, and the idea is to reduce the target aspect from 180 to 0 while being able to maintain your formation intact. So by doing admin turns less than 30 degrees, having smooth and predictable movements and throttle inputs and everything. And so it can be a little bit hard, but I was lucky enough that it turned into me at 40 miles, and then all that portion you
That really worked
keep
out.
yeah, that works pretty well. That worked pretty well. You keep 100 miles of closure, and then you reduce the closure as you get closer, right? And you want to catch him up when he's flying straight. If he starts to turn, just cut across his circle to get closer. Anyways, nothing to say with the tanking. And then we were off. So then we turned a little bit, waiting for the push time. And then the push point was like right here. We deployed into defensive combat spread. What I have to say though is hold that portion right there. Look how far you're going and everything. So tack wing is, and that's something we don't practice enough. Tack wing is just a cruise formation. So cruise formation usually you're 0.1. Tack wing is you can go 0.2, 0.3, right? So you can take a little bit more distance. You need to make sure that you're echelon properly. and you want to make sure that you have the right distance and echelon, right? You still want to be kind of the same height as you were in cruise, but you're farther away. And
Okay.
also in tack wing, you have a maneuvering cone. This is the parade bearing line. You should always be on the parade bearing line, regardless of your formation. But in tack wing, you can move up, down a little bit. You can move further back. It's just it's kind of a loose cruise formation that allows you to, first of all, maneuver easier. Let's say I have to intercept a tanker, but I fucked up my intercept. I'm gonna put
Yeah.
you in tack wing and start pulling hard, and then it's your job to stay there. If you're alone, so if you're in a section and you're in tack wing, you are free to cross under automatically, right? If we do long turns, for example, and you're on the outside, you can balance and go on the inside without telling anybody because you're in tack wing, right? But you still have to stay there, right? If you're a mile behind or if you're way too low, if I start maneuvering away from you, it's gonna fuck you up because now we're trail. You didn't do that. I'm exaggerating a little bit, but at some point you were pretty far away. So keep
Yeah.
in mind that it's just a cruise that gives you a little bit more leeway in terms of distance, but you still need to be able to somewhat maintain the formation when we do turns, because when we're in tack wing, I will turn harder and I will hesitate less by doing more harsh maneuvers because you're farther than me, and I use that formation especially to keep you close but like far enough so I can do some stuff tactical stuff, right?
Gotcha.
No worries. It's just it was good nevertheless. Really good formation flying there. It was really good. The 2,000 feet separation there was really nice. Um, with a cloud layer this thick, I would go under though. You went
Okay.
above, which is fine. But considering you fly on track IR, with this kind of a cloud layer, I would go under so you can see me against the sky, right?
Okay, I gotcha.
Again, it depends on your gamma, your post effects, and everything. But for me, considering the clouds are exactly the same color as the skin we have, it's better when I'm a wingman to see my lead against the sky. But if for your PC, for whatever reason, it's easier for you to see me against the clouds, you you do you, right? You're free to do whatever you want. In OCBS, that's perfect for mission flying, by the way. OCBS, it's uh, it's up to 2,000 feet up, 2,000 feet down, right? Um, so that was really good formation flying. Just next time, if it test both, right, in a flight, and I think at some portions of the flight you were under, some portion of the flight you were higher. Do you remember if it was easier to see me or?
It was quite difficult, and I think that's two reasons. Number one, not always were you visual on the cloud layer, but number two, I think I had my spotting dots all the way down to like the minimum. So I need to increase that because I'm finding I haven't got bad eyes. I can see perfectly well. It's just on a 2D monitor, looking at that distance, it's quite difficult to spot you. So I need to raise that, I think. So I did have issues trying to locate
Yeah,
your aircraft.
no worries. Next time try to put me against the sky, and it might be easier because you see a black dot rather than a green dot than a gray dot on a gray cloud, right?
Yeah, yeah. So that
um,
happened actually after the weapon release, as we were flowing cold at that point. When you said, "Do you have visual on me?" I could actually see it 2 miles away at that point. Weirdly enough, and then I could see you perfectly clear when you're on top of a cloud, but in between that, it was quite difficult. So
yeah,
I
in
get
between,
your
yeah,
point.
at the horizon it's impossible. But and we'll talk about that portion of the flight. I helped you a little bit there by getting closer, but remember that it's your job to get back into the formation.
I
So
understand
you
that.
see, and it was okay, right? It's nothing that's gonna make you fail, whatever. Pretty far from that. Just remember that you can use all the sensors available to you. So you know that we are in spread by looking at DSA page. Maybe you can temporarily um, put your nose on with your radar to try to locate me in your HUD. You use all the sensors available to you, i.e. RWRSA page radar. Um, you could use also the ESL page, I don't know, to see how high am I compared to you. Um, uh, just remember, because if we have to do stuff quickly or react
Mm.
quickly, it's always good to be aware where I am compared to you, and it's gonna be, if you're always aware where I am, and you should in BVR, uh, you're gonna be more efficient tactically, and you're gonna it's gonna be easier again. You know, the 2 steps ahead mentality where you know where I am always, so the information that's coming at you, you can treat it faster.
I got you.
Anyways, so initial setup. So look where those guys spawned. So I'm gonna show you actually because that shit is annoying as hell. So those guys are here, right? I spawned. Okay, I spawned MiG-29s, 125 miles away, going towards Japan for whatever reason. Um, then I spawned MiG-23s, going the other side, going just straight to the Nemo point right there, this way. So those guys were, and look, they just cruised around and turned cold right there. And now we're like 100 miles from we're now almost at the IP, and it's kind of fucked up. So I had to spawn Su-27s. I didn't want to spawn them because they're above on the threat level, but I had to because otherwise we're not gonna chase those guys down. So Su-27, those guys just flew cold, 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 and then boom, they notice us now. Where are we? 40 miles away. That's kind of retarded, right? But you never know. Okay,
Yeah.
doesn't matter. That could happen during a mission, and knowing how to delete that thread is important. So that would simulate a cap, right? You have a cap. So remember, AIC was in broadcast control, just giving you the groups as they came. Then AIC switched to tactical control by talking to us directly, saying liner 1-1 Tiger Tail, single group, bullseye, blah blah blah. Then we need to think about something. What are our what are what are our comic criterias? What are our rules of engagement? And do does what the AIC says matches them? Comic criterias, we are within 80 nautical miles, and they were labeled hostile, so therefore we have the right to engage them and we can commit. So I code liner commit. Then the next thing is the targeting. So this should happen between 55 and 45, or between 65 and 45 rather. Targeting, I did target, so liner target single group. What I forgot to say, and it was a mistake, was the type of tactics I was intending to use to the AC. So usually you say liner target single group, plan skate or plan banzai. Plan skate was known to us but not to the AC, even though I was the AC, so it's okay, but you should say that always. So first mistake from me, right? So liner target single group, plan skate. Now what's going on? So those guys are like just chilling around. Now they're now we're about to be on timeline. Um, so let's see there at my shot. At my shot, I shoot it around. What the hell's going on? Okay, hello?
I can hear you.
Oh yeah, okay. So I shoot at 20 degrees of loft.
Yep.
By the time I shoot, I'm almost above 0.1 Mach, which is a bit slow. Let's see yours. Wait a sec, let's speed this up. Come on, come on, come on. Okay, now it's way too fast. I hate that software, bro. Oh my god. Anyways, I think that was like below 20. So that's
Yeah,
okay.
it
I'm
wasn't
just
great.
being nitpicks there. Just one thing there. So you see the aspect of the group there.
Hmm.
Those group didn't notice us, but we have to shoot. And that group is driving this way. If the group is driving this way, you need to angle your jet following the switchology. So look it up on the Chuck's guide. There's like a big circle there that gives you your time to shoot to the no escape zone, and there's a dot somewhere. That dot tells you where to steer your aircraft to maximize the intercept. Um, in that case, we're in spread. You can do whatever you want. And look what I did there is I really turned left heavy, even though not enough, but I wanted to keep the formation. I really turned left because my missile's gonna go this way and it's gonna facilitate its travel. If you shoot this way, your missile has to go up and then go this way and waste a lot of
Chase
energy
them,
and
yeah.
speed.
It does.
Yeah. This is something I didn't brief, and this is something we rarely that rarely happens to us because most of the time we have like 20,000 groups going right for us. But a group that is unaware and we want to intercept, and by the way, this is probably a bad decision to shoot now. Do you know why? Even though we're on timeline?
Because yeah, because they're I don't know if I can get the words out for this one. They
No,
could
try your best. Don't worry. I'm just trying
okay.
to brainstorm a little bit.
It's on their left quarter beam or something, right? So they could turn into us, and as we turn away, they could be on our six. Like they could. Does that make sense? I think the angle is wrong.
So you use the right vocabulary there. So what they're
Hmm,
doing is they're doing a left-hand turn like this, right?
yeah.
We are not exactly. They're not exactly beinging us. They're just almost. They're
Hmm.
almost there. They're on a. They're on a still on a hot aspect, but look. So we're like this pretty much.
I think if we bracketed at that point, but then again, maybe we should have just cranked same to the right together.
So,
I don't
no
know.
worries. So the issue there is if we shoot now, even though we're on timeline, if they just continue to go this way, they're gonna notch us and the missile because we're gonna shoot. That missile's gonna go this way, 90-degree aspect. That
Hmm.
missile's not seeing shit or has less probability of seeing shit. So what we should have done is compress the timeline, keep going forward, and wait for them to go hot on us and then shoot. That exposes us to a bunch of ways, but um, and what I should have done there is what I should have done there is actually keep pressing forward, and that wasn't briefed because that would never have been the case in a safe training environment that made sense and everything. This is some pretty dynamic shit. It's more tactics stuff we're gonna see later, but anyways, let me explain. So um, we would have gone forward, either wait for them to go hot and shoot, but we're getting close to we might expose ourselves. We have until 21 nautical miles, right, to the more minimum out range. So we have some range to play with, and we can just go forward, wait for them to notice us. Once they turn hot, we shoot, we get out. One solution. Second solution is to maneuver to change the aspect, but that would take too much time and energy, and they could go hard and shit. So that ended up working because those enemies were unaware, so they only started turning when our missile went active. Um, but if there was a real ISE and there was other groups around, he might actually maneuver us to a group that has a higher priority. Because remember, our targeting priorities are closest, highest, fastest, and known threat. Those guys are the closest, they're the highest, um, but their aspect is not optimal there. Anyways, this is not something that's actually relevant for this debrief in your context, but I'm just explaining my
Oh,
way of
every little
thinking
helps.
because yeah, what would have helped is us driving this way, right? Because we're reducing the distance and we're making our missile shots easier, right? So continue to drive this way wasn't really a great idea. So make sure that you're still trying to intercept something, right? You want to hit it, right? And your missile wants to hit it. So if and yet if you're going forward, you're going to hit them at some point, and your missile's going to do the same thing, right? So you want to make his life easier. So your shot was a bit slow like mine, and you didn't loft enough. So let's see how that plays out. So as you can see, look at where my missile is. My missile is already on an intercept course,
Yeah.
and yours is as well.
Mine's pure, but gonna go lag.
Yours is pure, and then it's gonna end up having it being in a lag or just correcting right
Yeah.
away, which is gonna waste a lot of his energy. Okay, this is a hard question, but do you do you do you know what is another mistake that I did as a flight lead there? Um, if you don't see it, it's okay. I'm gonna explain it, and you're gonna see how it's relevant. Um, But what's
Maybe you didn't
missing
say crank together.
exactly? Really good comment there. And so that's a mistake. Why? Is because cranking away might make sense in some contexts if those guys were hotter, but right now those guys are beaming us right away, and they are flowing towards. Why do I don't have a compass? I'm assuming the south there. Um, no, not southeast, almost west. Sorry, so northwest. Um, and so cranking together allows us to um, it allows you to support your missile better because you're reducing the potential antenna train angle ATA, right? So how far this guy is from the side of your radar.
Hmm.
And also, what happens is let now those guys are maneuvering, right? But let's say they continue to go this way. Now I'm exposing half of the section to the group way more than the other. And so therefore, we're gonna do this again. Those guys are beaming this way, and now they're probably gonna go this way, right? I'm right here, I just shot. You're right here, you just shot. Now what's going on? I shot. My timeline is compressing super fast because those guys are intercepting me, and your timeline is going super slow, right? The range compressing. So what happens is that your missile takes longer to activation. You're getting farther and farther away because you need to keep supporting your missile and the range isn't going down, so you keep going this way. And I am going this way, and I'm potentially being exposed to not supporting my missile long enough, and now I have to go out, and now you're super far away from me, and now we're just individual fighters that do not fight together, right? That is not what ended up happening, but you see how
I
taking good
was, yeah, go on. Taking,
yeah, sorry, taking good tactical decisions and being able to have good situation awareness on the battlefield, which is something that is not easy, right? When you have all your jet to manage, you have to flight lead something and everything. And we're gonna see how to tackle those issues. Even I mean, I didn't do that in a long time, but even I make mistakes like that, and having a tool like TADU is super useful. Right there, I make a tactical error, and in a harder scenario, you would have been alone, I would have been exposed, all of that.
I was a little bit confused. I thought the plan was to. I thought you. Maybe I misheard it, but I thought the plan was to banzai, basically notch and banzai. So that's why I went to the right. But yeah, I don't know. I was.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay.
so that's a question from the brief. So that was maybe unclear from the brief. The initial setup needed to be a skate. So we skate, and then we go in again. And if we have to go in again, assuming those guys didn't die, we go into a notch to
So,
this side.
yeah, you said it. I just got confused, and therefore I didn't process it right.
No worries. Look at what happens there. And that's also that's so right there you see how you're shot, how we pretty much shot at the same time, pretty much. You see your missile has to maneuver left and then right and then left. And so you see the difference there in speed. Mine's at
Mm,
Mach point 0.2 active, yours at 0.95, 0.9, yours at 0.8, and now it's at 1.5. He's almost at the same speed as your missile and he can defeat it. You see how the difference is?
yeah.
Um, and so what's going on there is look, you had to turn left as well to support your missile, which is fine. But look what happens now. Now that those guys drove towards me, I'm way closer than I'm way farther because I'm defending them and you defending on the other way. But they changed sides, right? So now what's going on? We are like one goal of BVR is to make sure that your tactics are centered towards the center of the fight.
Mm-hmm.
If we if we skate this way and the fight is here, it's gonna be not working well, right? Right there, the center of the fight moved away from what we did initially, which is here, and then they went back. But anyways, you see the difference what we have there. Even
Yeah.
it's not even a small difference that can be accounted for the different type of techniques we use for skating or whatever. It's like straight up we have a massive difference. That's why on the out, you always need to assess, think about what's going on, and think about what's next ahead. I saw that you were way closer to that guy. You're
Yes.
23 nautical miles away, which is still
Yep.
safe. I was sorry, I was 29, right? And so I said, okay, flow 270. I'm gonna go in, and look what I'm doing here. I briefed that. Do I have the range to go head on? Probably not, especially considering it's an Su-27. So what I did is I went towards you. I stayed off bore side to preemptively defend from any missile coming my way. Shot off bore side. He turned cold. Really nice. So that's funny because it seems like a simple fight, but to maneuver a section like that, we need to take the good decisions. I think we did take the good decisions, but there's some stuff to improve. So I shot there. He turned cold. Good defense from him. I can't really do anything there. Cold shot. Now I told you to go back on me, and um, what you need to do there is um, I said, yeah, let's keep pushing till it turns hot. That guy turns hot. You get the indication because there's like the stuff like this on your
Yep.
on your radar, right? Um, so this guy turns hot. What we could have done there is probably wasn't clear, and you see how better that threat is because this guy is just turning cold, which is the only thing that he has to do, right? Rather than trying to defend like a retard.
Mm.
This is advanced stuff. And that's why I didn't want to fight it in 27 because those are the hard difficulty, and you see they're doing the right defense, which is currently cold. So they try to turn hot. I shoot right away because you never shoot at cold targets. If they're cold, you keep pushing because remember we still need to hit that. And so I shoot right away. This guy defends again, pretty nice. And now you did the right thing by going out at the same time as I did on my skate call. What you would have, and most of the time you spoke on aux, by the way, that's fine, but make sure that you use the right radio.
I apologize. I thought I
No
was.
worries.
Okay, never mind.
So the kind of question, like the kind of communication you need to have right there, because you said out with a heading or whatever, it's good for me to have the information, but if an AIC hears that, he's confused, right? Because the AIC doesn't see this move, he sees like you teleporting right away like that, right? Because there's like
Yeah.
a tick rate. And so what you need to do there is, I'm the only one shooting. I called my Fox 3. You didn't call any Fox 3. That means that DIC knows you didn't shot. You didn't shoot, sorry. I call my skate. Okay, in that case, it was liner 1-1, skate west, shot trashed, single group, single only single group. You always call the man and then the group, right?
Yep.
You didn't shoot, but you're still fighting this guy because I targeted for the both of us, and that guy is not dead, so therefore DIC goes by default to the fact, okay, this guy is fighting this dude, right? So what you need to say there is same thing, liner 1-2, skate east, skate west, no shot, skate west, no shot, and that's all.
Okay.
Skate west, no shot,
Simple and
and now,
effective.
yeah, exactly, and it's like fast and effective. Now we went in again. Um, I believe you said in right there, but that's fine. Oh no no, actually not. I don't remember that part. We went in. We shot again, really nice. So what's your range to that guy? 25. You shot, that's really good. And then you support until 21. Support until 21. Let's
I think
see.
there were some cons at this point. This is why I turned away, and then I lost lock. So I think it was a what do you call it now? When you lose lock?
Um,
Shit, I can't
shot
think.
trashed.
Shot trash. That's it. I think I called that. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, that's fine. It's so basically you always roll back to the previous step, right? So
Mm.
you start at commit, then target, then sort. That's on aux. Then fox 3, then skate call or notch call. Then in left or right. Unless the guy's dead, you always go back to the Fox 3, right?
Yep.
Unless there's no retargeting, you always go back to the Fox 3, right? So in that case, let's say we target that guy, target single group, Liner 1-1 Fox 3, Liner 1-2 Fox 3, Liner 1-1 Skate West Pitbull Eastman single group, Liner 1-2 Skate West Pitbull Westman single group, Liner 1-1 in right, Liner 1-2 flow cold, right? You need to say that on pry. Liner 1-1 Fox 3, Liner 1-2 in right, Liner 1-1 Fox 3, Liner 1-1 Skate West shot trash single only single group, Liner 1-2 no shot single only single group, Liner 1-1 Liner 1-2 in left, Liner 1-1 Fox 3, Liner 1-2 Fox 3, Liner 1-2 skate south shot trash single only single group, Liner 1-1, and I called Benzai at that point, do you remember?
Yes.
You called the out, and I called Benzai, which means I'm gonna try and kill that guy. Look what I'm doing again. I'm pushing, I'm pushing, I'm pushing. He turns hard, I shoot. I'm like now below the minimum out range, but I can still shoot. What's the next range I'm looking for there?
12.
On the timeline. What's the next range I should look for?
Oh, I thought it
That's
was.
the point.
I thought it was like 12 miles. You got something, haven't you?
Yeah, exactly. 14 or 12. Wait, I think it's
Yeah,
12
miles.
miles
So
minimum.
minimum abort range. Yeah.
Exactly. So minimum abort range.
Okay.
Remember, I called Benzai. Benzai is notched to the side. Again, I'm going fast through that stuff, but it's not a part of the debrief. Just it's good about the decision making, right? So I called Benzai, which means that now the AIC thinks that I'm gonna either BFM that dude or just be super close and try and kill them. Again, in a real scenario, you would have the AIC consistently talking throughout the entire stuff. So that's super important
Yeah.
as a flight lead, because I'm talking in the context of you being a flight lead for the next flights. You're not going to get to do that in a long time, right? Let me be clear, right? We're just going to focus on your flight lead stuff first, but you have like people consistently talking on the radio. So you need to be able to maneuver your jet, take decisions, being aware of where your wingman is, being aware of where the enemy is, being aware of what's next to do, and picking out what information is important to you when the IC talks. So it's such a hard thing to do. Um, Today was everything was super organic, and most of the time you, except when I told you to go in or stuff, uh, you acted on your own. But what I see there most of the time, except here where I did a mistake, you went in when I went in. That's a bit. That's not that good of attack form, but that's still good. We're still in. We're still facing the center of the fight. We go out at the same time. That was really good decision making from you there because I didn't say anything. You just went out. You went out on your own. That's really good. Then we go in at the same time. Comms were correct. You go out to support your missile. Uh, Probably you should have gone out the other way, but this way works as well. Now I call the Benzai. One thing though is when I call the Benzai, remember the rules of notch to decide. If I'm spiked, I abort. If I'm naked, I go in. So when you're like out like this and you see me calling the Benzai,
Yeah.
what you should do is you should assess your range to the closest threat. 19 miles, okay, it's not that far. Should assess the aspect. Is that guy facing towards me? Yes. Somewhat, or maybe on your jet you thought he was. What is the guy doing? So I assess, few seconds, I see that guy turning. Am I spike? No. What's the aspect? He's called to me. I go in right away because my flight lead is in and just shot a missile, right?
Yeah.
So as a wingman, right, you always kind of want to be with your lead right there. You know, this is super fast, right? By the time you see that on your jet, this guy's probably all the way turning the other way. But at least you should commit again, which you did there. Probably a bit late because that was a minute after. But unless you're spiked, if the guy starts turning on your RSA page or radar, just go in right away, right? Remember, never shoot on cold targets, so I keep pushing. So now at 17, this guy turns hot. 18, I shoot, I call the Fox 3, then I look at my range. I have 4 miles to go, he's hot to me. There's no way I can support that missile, so I don't hesitate. 1 second, I shoot and I get out. I shoot, I get out. This guy got a missile off, by the way. Let's watch. So that's why the timeline is so important, right? This guy's lower, he's not fast. I'm like so close to 14 miles. I just shoot, I get out right away. And look what he does. He has the time to lock in on me. I'm above the minimum broad range, so I'm just aborting. Right now it's full afterburner, massive pull, and you put the threat on your 6. And you dispense flares and chaffs, right? So it's super important there because this happens in less than a second. Look, 37. I mean, in less than a minute. So you shoot, you get out, missiles pretty much already active at that point. Hard pull, full afterburner, countermeasures according to the countermeasure program you selected. So that's super important that in your fence check, you make sure that your countermeasures are appropriately set because otherwise you might die because you're just doing an items check in the air while you're getting a missile on your ass, right? And you get out, and thank God he shot an ER, not an ET, otherwise I would have been probably dead. Um, ER is a Fox 1, so now he's defending my missile, and I have and I survive, right? Because I respected the timeline and I used the right thing. In the meantime, you went in, which is good. Probably a bit late, but we didn't brief that, whatever. You went in regardless, which is nice because now I'm gonna drive away from that bandit. He's focused on me, and now you can shoot. Um, and you support your missile. It doesn't work. But this is really good because, and this is the kind of flow which is different from drag to defend. Let me know if you need to go, by the way, because it's already 11.
No, it's okay. Don't worry. Go for it.
I'm just because usually when you drag to defend, the flow is kind of working together because we have the range and we need to be efficient as a section, and so we're kind of cranking away, boom, re-attacking together. But once you get super close and once the timeline is being uh, once you're on the bottom of the timeline, um, and somebody notches and the guy's right here, that guy's gonna choose somebody, and then the flow is kind of like a catapult, right? Or like a circle. He chooses me, I'm spiked, I board, I go out. You go in, you shoot, he defends. I go in, I shoot, you go out. You know, that kind of stuff. Because we don't have the range, and so we need to make sure that when we're shooting at somebody, he's focusing on the other one. Because you wanna, um, you wanna make him have a choice. And at some point, I say float. Float is something I should have briefed. When you hear float, it means just drive away from me because maybe we're too close from each other, and so therefore floating away means that that bandit will have a better choice, or we're going to force his decision making. Because if we're too close to from each other, we might get both spiked for one actually guy being targeted, right?
Yeah.
So that kind of flow right there is really good. We messed up a bunch of things. For example, I shot too early there. Stuff I won't go over. The important the important stuff today is to understand the difference in flow, right? This is really different because we're sending missiles. This guy also, it's a really good adversary. So you see this guy's going cold, dispensing flares, conserving his energy. Um, but for example, those shots there are kind of useless. Those two shots there, right there, because this guy is maneuvering. He's really descending. He's like super high speed. Those shots are kind of useless, but we're gonna see more in details in the later flights why those are useless. For example, we wasted 2 missiles there, and we can't really afford to waste any missiles because we're supposed to strike. But doesn't matter, right? At the end of the day, this is the flow I'm looking for there. You should be slightly closer, but this is the flow I'm looking for there. I shoot, I go out, you go in, you shoot. For example, you shot 2 missiles there. This shot was useless. Um, it's useless because first, you heard me that I shot at him. This guy's facing me. Um, and so if you hear that I shot at him, unless I call the shot trashed, which wasn't the case, um, you need, in your 27 miles away, we're close, this guy's low, he's slow, he's maneuvering, and you see it on your radar. So in that case, you should assess, right? Take your time, because you heard me shoot, so this guy's going to be defending my missile, otherwise he's going to die. So you have some range, right, to see what's going on. If you shoot right away, that missile's just going to go into the wind because this guy's just turning around and
I gotcha.
dispensing flares and you see what I mean?
Yeah.
And I know it's not easy during combat, and that's why infinite weapons wasn't the best thing for today, because if you're out of amrams, then it's a different day. Um, but right there, that shot was good. This one was useless, but we'll ignore this one for now. Let's say you went in at this range, that's good. This one's better, because now you see that this guy is going for me. I'm driving out. You're good, you're not spiked. And he spikes you, I think he spikes you right there, but then he defends the missile. You got unlucky there, he did a good defense. And so now what's going on? What you need to do in the out is always assess. What is the Bennett aspect? What is the Bennett altitude? What is the Bennett range? Where is my lead? What should I
Yeah.
do? In that case, I told you what to do, just flow cold because it's my role, but also in your head, you need to have that kind of decision, that process, because uh, you have a few seconds to think what you have to do, right? 13 miles, this guy's catching up on you, but it's fine. I go in right
Mm.
away. Um, I don't go in towards you because I see that this guy's aspect is this way. If I go in this way, I'm helping his potential missile reach me, right? So I
Yeah.
go away to build distance between the two of us, the float I was trying to do earlier. But I noticed that this guy was faster than you, so I had to go in. So I go in and look what I do again. And this is what you need to do. I'm way below minimum mod range, so I'm not gonna bother putting my nose on. I'm just going to shoot off bore sight, preemptively defend any missile he sends in. You see, I'm not facing him at any point.
Yep.
And that's really important, because if you put your nose on, then look at your radar, then shoot, you wasted 10 miles and you're dead. So it's like super important to, when you're out like this and you have a few seconds to think clearly, put your cursor on the SA page on the guy, altitude, speed, distance, boom, you have that on your man. Switch to RWS, put the cursor on the right side, and then listen what's going on the radio. And if you do that super fast, it's going to be easier for you, because, and you also have time to do that in the turn, in the end, depending on which turn you're doing, right?
Yep.
For a long turn like that, I had like a few seconds to think about it. Uh, and then boom, I shoot off bore sight. I go in still away from the guy, because what if he doesn't die? He's gonna have to choose one of us. And as a matter of fact, there, little correction there, in the out, when the range is that, if I tell you flow cold or flow 270, don't flow 270 forever. Just put that guy on your 6, right? Because look, this guy is actually catching you up there by
Mm.
just flying this way. So when we're that close, if I say you flow cold or flow 270, it's just a reminder that you might get a missile on your ass. So just try to put him away from you, especially when we do not study side. It's super important. The abort or the defense has to be with um, with an aspect of 180, right?
Yep.
An aspect of 0. You have to put the aspect as 0, because we're super close, and this happens in less than a minute. All of that, right? And so by the time I say you shit, you register what I said and you act. Just act for yourself. If I say you some stuff like go in now, whatever, you do it, but you're trying to save yourself first, right? Again, it's not a life and death decision. Just uh, and again, this is not terrible, but if you carried on for 20 miles, it again would have killed you probably. So it's just the little things, right? Because again,
Gotcha.
this type of fighting is super hard. And you know what? This was interesting, because if we were in an environment where this guy was hot from the get-go and stuff like this, we just have killed him at the first engagement. There we got to fight a little bit, so it defeats a little bit the purpose of like strike and everything. But that's an interesting piece of debrief. So I shoot off bore side and I go out away, increasing the distance between him and I. He's most likely going to choose you anyway, so I would have gone in again on the right to go on his side and then shoot a Fox 2 while you drive away. By the way, when you drive away, full afterburner, decrease your altitude, And if you're spiked, you want to do some little zigzags with countermeasures.
Yeah, I think I was down like to 25,000 there, but I didn't want to go full afterburner because I was about 9.0 at that time, I think, towards the end of the fight. And what I didn't want to do is run out of fuel. So I was a bit cautious
Yeah,
about that. But yeah,
and
makes
I think
sense,
I
man.
called for
Full afterburner, you do go faster, obviously.
I called for the float there, and we went out for the float. And look what I'm doing. This is just assessing the range and aspect. When it's focusing on you, I go in, I shoot, you go out. I go out again, I drive away, you drive away. Now you drive away, assuming he's not gonna die. And then let's say he's still alive. He's gonna have to go for somebody. If he goes there, I increase the distance even more. I go behind him, rear spec shot, and he's dead. Um, and we can in the later flights without doing any. We can like next flights we can just practice that kind of stuff because you're gonna get
Oh, for
insanely
sure.
good at BVR. You're gonna get insanely good at BVR if we just practice notch to decide because it
Yeah,
really teaches you how to process five different information at once and also make sure you're jet and your formation flying and shit and everything.
oh,
Uh,
absolutely. Yeah,
but
for
but
sure.
but even though today was a bit messy, I think um, I made a lot of mistakes tactically, as we've seen earlier and everything. But I think the way you behaved as a wingman was really good. Even those talking on AUX, some of the comms were off and everything, but that's something that we can fix. The actual flying you did was really nice as a wingman and as a section wing, it was really nice. I want to say that even though some of the missiles were useless, for example, that shot there is super useless, uh, all that kind of stuff. But there are some small changes because just the way you flew and the comms and everything, the intention was there and you did a great job. Um,
Appreciate it.
so we're done with the BVR part, and it's massive improvement from the last one we flew together, by the way. Um, okay, so what I did there, I did a mistake. I called attack way too early. So we're supposed to, okay, we're done with the BVR. Where are we? We're above the IP. Your job is to reform, right? So you want to intercept me, reform. We pass the DP. I call attack. We switch to air to ground. And then actually going trail is something that works. So this is something that can be done. It prevents us from going into each other. It prevents you from like brain fog by you trying to maintain formation as well as the bomb. So it works as well. That worked fine. You went through the DP. We were in trail. Perfect. Different altitudes as well. Beautiful. And what happened there is I dropped my bomb. I did the crank right, but I cranked too much. And with the clouds, I didn't know what happened, and so I hit in the water. Um, yours seemed to have tracked and hit, um, but that was good. Now what's going on? As soon as you go off that, I call Miller time on Pride, which I forgot. Massive mistake. I know I called Miller time. I called Miller time. And now what's going on? Your first job there is to fly towards the EFP.
That's what I was doing. Yeah.
And as you fly towards the EFP, you look around you, you go back to air, you go back on your essay page, you look around you, you set up your radar for any potential engagements coming your way, and then you try to rejoin. Um,
Some of the things I did correctly. I was definitely flying to that location, so we weren't far out. Couldn't see you at
yeah,
that point. Did switch back
it's
to
okay.
air. Put master arm to safe as well, just in case. I don't want to, knock off any unnecessary missiles and something
Oh
like
no no
that.
no!
But
You want to keep the master on,
you
right?
want to keep it on all the time, right?
So
Okay.
when we commit, I say liner commit, liner check test master arm on aux. You
Yep.
turn it on because now we're committing to the fight. Now we could have an SU-27 that we didn't see at 1,000 feet below us, spiking us or whatever. So if you do that and you start fighting him and your master arms off, you're going to look dumb, right? Or you're going to die. Um, you keep it on until we fence out, or until we pass the ECP, which is a point that is considered safe within missile range from the allies or stuff. What you need to do there is, assuming there's no threats, assuming the IC said that the picture scheme, whatever. By the way, um, you're finishing your strike there, and look what being in trail allows us. Being in trail allows us to just do a nice tack turn, even though this wasn't intentional, it was almost perfect. Look,
Yeah.
boom, and we reform. And now your job is to use all the sensors available to you to rejoin with me. Um, if we had briefed the sensor spread, that would have been perfect. He didn't have anything to do. But anyways, um, and then I just rejoin with you. Rejoin technique. Look what I did there. Increased my speed a lot to catch up with the decrease, and then went back to the point there. That's important that you keep your speed, so you keep going this way and not this way. Anyways, you know that. And then you rejoin, fenced out, and then we did nice formation flying. About the recovery, so we descend to 2,600 feet prior to North Point. North Point is right here. There's
Yep.
two recoveries possible, South Point right here and North Point right here. When I talked to Anderson and I briefed that we're going to do North Point recovery in 06 left. So the technique for the North Point is very simple. You go right of the North Point. By that point here, you need to be at 2,600 feet. Again, I'm explaining that for the next flight you're going to do. By North Point, you need to be at 2,600 feet. Once you pass 2,600 feet, you first you switch to Anderson Tower, button 3, 15 miles from the stuff. Then you pass North Point. At North Point, you are clear to go below 2,600 feet. And now you do a nice, wide, and chill turn to line yourself up with the runway, right? Don't go too. It's mistake everybody does. They go too shallow there, and then they have to do a massive turn, and the formation looks bad and everything. Just take your time. Make sure that everything's ready for your cockpit. Make sure that all your sensors are off or whatever needs to be on is on. Having a
Yeah,
course line is always good.
yeah, and I always set
Uh,
the course line and the heading as well for the reciprocal. But I'm doing the descent preparation and stuff like that, like as we're flying. So yeah, makes a lot of sense. But just listening to you about like the altitudes and coming with you, so I think it went pretty well.
No, that was. I'm super happy about that flight. I think you improved a lot. Again, I'm sorry about the training environment, but it allowed us to actually debrief on some super
Yeah, I'm more
interesting
than happy
stuff,
with it. Yeah.
and you behave super well. That sounds weird, isn't that? Um, I I feel like when I say you behave super well, I feel like I'm talking to like a 10-year-old child. What could I say? The way you flew was really good.
Performance was good,
Um,
right?
yeah, yeah, really good. Just make sure that you speak on pry.
Yes. Not too sure what happened with the
Careful.
orcs though.
Uh, I don't know. I don't know. Try to fix it, of course. Um, so m important things. So first of all, make sure you speak on the right radio. By the way, that's why my call sign. That's why my call sign is a freak because I used to always mess up the radios. Um, make sure you speak on pry when you need to when you need to speak on pry. Make sure that you do not shoot at rear aspect enemies or enemies that are maneuvering. You need to do that by analyzing the chain of events that what happened. If you hear that I just shot and you're far away, stuff like this. Make sure that um, you try when it's important to actively look to get back information, stuff about the egress. This is one time when you have to get back into position. Um, and also make sure that you fly tack wing appropriately. That was okay, to be honest. It was okay. Just I'm saying, don't take too much of the margin. Otherwise, if I start moving, you can be lost. Um, Especially if you're in track IR like me. Formation flying is super important, especially tactical formation flying, because if you lose your lead, you're like, oh my god, I'm never going to find him again because of what I see on my screen. And I only have a 1080p screen as well, so it's kind of bad. And finally, um, the comms. The comms about going out without shooting. You know the status of your missile. You have pitbull, you have no shot, and you have shot trashed. So make sure to use those appropriately. You know, when you went out without shooting, make sure you call the no shot and the group and the man you were targeting. Um, and the rest was really nice. So I'm really happy about what you did today. Do you
I'm
have any comments or any other questions, or let me know?
no more so this just follow up on the on the SOP standards for the radar mech and all that good stuff. So just I think the air to air side of it is a lot harder than anything else. So initially, I have to put a lot more effort into that. So I'm looking forward to more flights as the for air to air side of things, just to get myself solidified with the basics, comms and everything. And yeah, it was my mistake of the first one. I know we've already talked about it, but again, I didn't misheard. No, I heard what you said. I just didn't rectify it. I didn't think about it, didn't process it correctly. So therefore, I just went straight to skate. So if I did that the first time, maybe it would have been a different engagement for that one. So yeah, I don't know. Pretty happy with it, but yeah, went really well.
Yeah, that was still good. Congratulations, by the way, SFWT2 complete. So now you're quad on that. It's really
Yay!
nice. I updated the tracker and everything. You can see that you have all there, and so your next flight will be SEM, which is a really hard one actually.
SEM,
And yeah,
session engagement maneuvering.
so you lead a BFM flight with more than 2 people.
Okay.
So that's good. And yeah, so you can start. First, read the syllabus. This will give you the SFWT syllabus. It will give you the expectations for the next flight you need to do.
Okay.
And then feel free to reread the SOP if you have time, because we might change stuff before the next recruiting event. And basically how it's gonna work, and it's gonna be my last point. For SFWT3, we plan together the flight. So there's going to be a bit of time where I have to do a choke talk to you explaining how all our planning infrastructure work, what
Yeah.
software you have to use and everything. It's not that big, just mainly
Well,
Google Docs shit.
the one thing you could do is you could record that video, so you don't have to,
Yeah, but we have to sit together as at the same time as well,
Yeah, okay,
because
that's fine.
there's also a bunch of mindset, rule of thumb, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
So we plan the flight together,
Yep.
then you brief it, you execute it as the flight lead, you debrief it, and then I debrief you, right? Because you need to be able to brief, execute, and debrief. Um, and so whenever you have time, we can sit and just talk for an hour about um, the stuff we are going to use when we plan a flight. And so that's why those qualifications takes a little bit more time, because we have to sit together prior to the flight, plan together, make sure that we address everything that you might need, and then show up for the flight time a different day, or the same day if we have a lot of time, but or a different day,
Mm.
because you need to have the time to plan and everything, ask questions, I help you through the planning process, and then we do the flight like today, where you brief, execute, and debrief. Um,
Okay.
so it takes a bit more time. It seems like a lot of work, but you will see it's once you have the basics of like, oh, how do I plan something? It's just going to be stuff we did today, for example, OCA, right? But it's you doing the entire thing. So it's going to take some time, but it's going to make you 10,000 times better. And in the meantime, you can still work on anything else that's outside of SFWT, for example, notch decide, stuff like that. Um, but yeah, man, congratulations.
I really appreciate
I'll
Again,
make
thanks
a
for your time.
little message in the 51. Yeah, you're welcome. It was a super long flight today. Sorry about it took a long time to.
No, don't worry about it, mate, as I really enjoyed it. So until next time, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, that was super nice, and I'm happy that you called. Hope you feel good about it and everything, and
No, I really do, mate. Really do.
awesome.
All right.
Well,
Well, I'm
man,
gonna head off.
yeah, have a nice evening. Sorry for the long time, and see you
Don't
next
worry
time.
about it.
Uh,
Appreciate
we
it,
should start
Delta. Thanks.
recruiting. We should start recruiting in like in a week or two, and then we'll start the new phase end of January.
Okay, no worries. Oh, the quick question as well. Are we allowed to participate on the SRS? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
I can't even
So
say it now.
it,
FRS
it
sort of flights and stuff, right?
Yeah, of course. So basically, you just show up like a normal mission time, and based on the people we have and everything, we either
Yeah.
do a flight for you or you take part in a flight for somebody else.
Okay.
So just
Perfect.
yeah, of course you can show up. Please show up because everybody we have to train. It's just a training time. So we're gonna allocate that time to the training of everybody that shows up. At first, as we start recruiting, we're gonna train you, and then there's gonna be new people showing up, and you might actually, as you're gonna be an up and coming flight lead, if for example you do your first SFWT qualification, maybe you can start doing flights with other people as a flight lead because you know how to plan a certain flight. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
your training is kind of important for us because you're learning how to flight lead, and then you can apply what you've learned and what you qualified on as a flight lead by training new people. And that's what I did, right? People called me on SFWT3, and then during FRS, I started doing flights that I knew how to do, and then I would just write a little report for the IP, and then you get exposure, a lot of exposure, because you get to fly with different people that have different accents or different mentalities. Sometimes you get hassles, stuff like this, and all those people will like fly a different way, and so you can train on briefing them, adjust your briefing technique, or debriefing them to make sure they get better. You will see it's a whole different world. It's super nice.
All right. Awesome. Looking forward to it, Delta. Appreciate it.
You're welcome, man. Have a nice evening.
Yeah, you too, man. Take
And
care, buddy.
see you.
Thanks.
See you.